Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be looking at the top 10 daredevils who lost their lives during stunts. Before starting, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Number 10. Waterfalls are still for looking at. Despite the fact that the ratio of people who survive to those who don't is usually 3-to-1, there is something about Niagara Falls that attracts daredevils. According to New York Falls, 16 daredevils who attempted to cross the falls in a vehicle of some kind, whether it was a barrel or a kayak, survived, while 6 perished. The dozen suicides at Horseshoe Falls each year, or the more than 5,000 bodies that have been pulled from the bottom of the falls since 1850, are not included in that figure. Authorities discovered Kirk Jones' body below the falls on June 2, 2017, but little is known about his leap. According to Newsweek, in April, visitors saw an inflatable ball go from the edge, and authorities then discovered Jones' website, Kirk Jones Niagara Falls Daredevil. Number 9. Waterfalls are for looking at. America has a proud history of innovation, ingenuity, and jumping over cliffs for other people's enjoyment. Sam Patch, who was also America's first daredevil in general, was the first daredevil to attempt this. Sam Patch reportedly made it through the jump into Niagara Falls twice, which is really spectacular, but obviously not risky enough. It's not like people were lining up to dispute his title as world's most insane waterfall man or something, so he had to keep upping the game. Beating his own feats was really the only way he could hold the public's interest. Number 8. Green screens were made for a reason. If there is anything to be learned from the wing-walking mishaps of the past, which are obviously similar to 2011, it is this: never wander about on an airplane's wing unless it is securely parked on asphalt. Even then, it's probably not a great idea since you often anger pilots when you wander around on their aircraft's wings without authorization. But not everyone has learned that lesson, as demonstrated by the fact that there was a recent wing-walking disaster in Canada involving a person who wasn't even a professional daredevil. Number 7. Safety nets are super important. One of the oldest forms of putting oneself in serious danger of death for the enjoyment of others is the human cannonball. Gizmodo claims that the first human cannonball sent himself and a long, illustrious line of people who ultimately lost their lives in the line of duty into the air in 1872. Human cannonballs frequently sustain shattered limbs, broken backs, and broken heads. But that didn't deter Matt Cranch from applying for a position with Scott May's Daredevil stunt show. In front of a large audience in Kent, England, Cranch was about to perform as a human cannonball for the first time in 2011. Number 6. Wing walking is so dangerous. Wing walking has had to be right up there, surpassing kind of mad into the realm of totally and absolutely insane. Extreme sports are usually very terrifying and sort of insane, otherwise they wouldn't be called extreme. Wing walker Todd Green died in 2011 after falling 150 feet while performing at the Selfridge Air Show in Michigan. Green slid while attempting to change from a plane to the skid of a helicopter in flight. According to CBS Detroit, one of the main draws of the performance was Green's feet, and many viewers originally thought the fall was part of the act, a common misunderstanding when daredevils perish on stage. Number 5. Audrey Mestre smashed a record but couldn't get back to the surface. Free diving is essentially free climbing without equipment, and it's a million times riskier than the latter. Free diving is the diving equivalent of free climbing, 100 deaths per 5,000 divers, or around 2% of the free diving population, are said to occur annually by ABC News. Freediving champion Audrey Mestre attempted to break the 531.5-foot no limitations dive world record in 2002. Everything went smoothly up until she started to climb back up. Her cause of death, according to the Miami Herald, was equipment failure. In no limits free diving, an air tank fills a balloon that aids the diver in rising swiftly to the surface. Number 4. Hiking alone can be rewarding and also really dangerous. The social media era means that we all spend far too much time obsessing over the lives of people we haven't seen in 25 years. It also means that it's very difficult to stand out from the crowd because almost nothing hasn't been done before. And almost everything that has been done before has been posted on social media for the entire world to see. Gigi Wu, a social media sensation, deserves praise for discovering a gimmick that no one else was using. A bikini. That's less weird than the alternative. But it's still fairly bizarre that she claimed to dress adequately for her climbs yet would change at the top. Number 3. Sailendra Nath Roy used his hair for everything. Some people are renowned for having incredibly powerful arms. Some people are renowned for having incredibly powerful legs. Sailendra Nath Roy was well renowned for having extremely durable hair. He pulled a narrow-gauge train with his ponytail, which he claimed to keep strong with mustard oil and amazing feats of hair power. Number 2. IT worked from a plane, but not from this bridge. James E. Hickey, 73 of Claremont, California, died after base jumping off the Perrine Memorial Bridge in Twin Falls, Idaho. This tragedy is just the latest in a string of base jumping deaths. He started by lighting his parachute. Hickey, according to USA Today, was attempting to repeat a trick he had previously performed successfully, except that the previous time he had leapt from an aeroplane rather than a 500-foot bridge. Number 1. Wingsuits are dangerous even if you're experienced. Famous climber Dean Potter and his companion Graham Hunt perished in Yosemite National Park after a catastrophic base jump accident there. They were wearing wingsuits when they jumped from Taft Point and collided with a rocky ridgeline that Yosemite's head of staff characterized as spiny like a stegosaurus. The unfortunate fact that experience doesn't always protect you is shown by this accident. Potter had made the same jump at least 20 times, and Hunt was likely a veteran as well. In the world of extreme sports, Dean Potter was well known, and in Yosemite, where climbing is a well-liked sport, he was particularly well known. That's a wrap for today's video. What are your thoughts on our list? Let us know in the comments section below. And make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates.